The People's Court, today at 4:30.
Miles, I really think we should have gotten a map of this place. We're never going to find our bedroom.
I think it might be around this corner. I remember a suit of armor nearby.
Yes, unless someone was in that suit of armor and it moved.
Good point. Let's go. Excuse us?
I will be with you in a few minutes, please. Well, my friends, retiring early, I see.
We would have retired a lot earlier if we could have found our room, Mr. Ronaldo.
This is a complaint I often hear much about.
Well, now, it's Tower Suite number 24. Miles thinks it's just around the corner.
Your husband has a perfect sense of direction. This is exactly where it is.
Oh.
Now, let me bid you a very pleasant good evening, and be sure to be up early tomorrow for the morning event.
We really haven't studied the schedule yet, Mr. Ronaldo.
Well, let me recommend the jousting event. It will be a good match, a grudge match, I believe.
Oh?
Yes, the two young boys are old rivals. It'll be a good show, I guarantee this.
That sounds like it could be dangerous.
Well, the lances are made of wood. It could be quite dangerous.
Well, as I say, we really don't know what we're going to do in the morning. Our plans depend on Jody.
Yes, we'll talk with her first thing in the morning.
Well, I'm not too sure now if you would see her that early tomorrow morning.
Why do you say that?
She's not going to have that bad a hangover. It's only a couple of glasses of champagne.
No, it's just something the chambermaid told me. She was not feeling too well, a little fine or something. Like nothing to worry about if you don't see her at breakfast.
Now, wait a minute. You never said she was ill, just tired.
Well, I did not wish to worry you, Madame Kavanaugh.
Well, I am worried. As a matter of fact, I don't think I'm going to go to bed until I've seen her.
Oh, now, please let me...
Mr. Ronaldo, could you please tell us where her bedroom is?
I'm so sorry. I do not know where she was assigned.
Well, now, somebody must know. There's got to be a list someplace. That's how we got our assignments.
Yes, but I regret to tell you, this is not my responsibility. At this late hour, I do not know who could help you. Please, now, my dear friends, do not worry. I beg of you, you will see Miss Travis soon enough. Now, if you would excuse me.
Easy now. We don't want to dirty that pretty dress you're wearing.
I don't care about the dress. I just want to get out of this place.
Don't you worry, little lady.
Are you sure you know the way out of here? I mean, someone told me that the entrance was a secret.
I found my way in, didn't I? So I can get out. Come on, I'll show you.
Wait, one more second. We have to be very careful. They don't want me to get away.
You just trust old Sam or Pete or whatever my name is.
Yes, this satellite broadcast is scheduled now for 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I'm sure all of Eden will be watching. Oh, if you'll excuse me. All set? Yes. Now we will find our young friend, Miss Travis, and persuade her to write her letter of farewell.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Pampers. America's mothers trust their babies to Pampers Dryness. And by Mild Ivory Liquid. It helps hands stay young-looking.
How old am I? I'm 25. So am I.
One of these swimmers is not 25, but 34. She's Mary Lou Kenworthy, mother of 2. Can you pick her out? They both look so young. But let's see their hands. They look young, too.
I think my hands need as much care as the rest of me, so they deserve Ivory Liquid for dishes. The name Ivory has always meant mildness to me, and I know I can trust it to treat my hands gently. I love the feel of the rich, mild suds. They help my hands stay young-looking, even with all the dishes I do.
That's right. Lab tests show Ivory is mildest of all leading dishwashing liquids. Still can't tell who's 34?
It's me, Mary Lou. I'm 34.
Well, you sure look young.
Thanks. I think swimming helps.
And what helps your hands look so young?
My hands? Oh, Ivory Liquid. The mildness helps a lot. I'd never use anything else.
Mild Ivory Liquid. helps hands look young.
Pampers presents Babes in Toyland. 16 Mattel toys to make your baby happy. Up to $50 in savings to make you happy. Buy these Mattel favorites. See and Say, Tough Stuff, First Wheels, and more. Get up to $50 in rebates. Just buy Pampers and save teddy bear points. Look for the Pampers display in your local store or the ad in Sunday's paper. Let Pampers put your babe in Toyland and save up to $50.
Are you sure you want a refill?
Why not? You know what they say about cops and coffee. 3 cups is just the beginning.
Well, that's 4, honey. But who's counting? Listen, are you sure that Dee Dee's going to show up? Because it's about a half hour before closing time.
Said I'm not sure at all.
This must be pretty rough on her, Calvin, what with Troy on the lam and the cops chasing him all over the place.
Said you met Troy a couple of times, didn't you? What'd you think of him?
I don't know.
Well, he must have left you with some kind of impression.
Well, a couple of things, maybe. For one, he's got a chip on his shoulder as big as that coffee pot.
Yeah. And what's the other?
Well, he ain't nearly as tough as he'd like people to think he is. And, yeah, there's one other really important thing.
Well, what's that?
He really thinks a lot of his sister.
Yeah, and vice versa. Which is why I'm not at all sure she's going to show up. You see, right now, all cops are the opposition.
Wrong again, Calvin.
Hello?
Hi, honey. You want some coffee?
No, thanks, Sid.
Okay. I'll leave you two alone.
Thanks.
You realize, of course, that I am here against my better judgment?
Dee Dee, I would have been glad to come back to your apartment, but after you kicked me out...
I didn't kick you out,
Okay,
Calvin.
then let's just say it was a very strong invitation to leave. Look, I'm sorry about what happened. Maybe I shouldn't have grabbed the phone from you. I really thought I was going to be able to talk some sense into Troy.
With your marvelous powers of persuasion. Sorry about that, Calvin. Actually, your powers of persuasion are pretty marvelous. You almost had me persuaded to let you spend the night.
Man, if your brother hadn't called. Talk about him being a trouble. Sorry, now it's my turn to apologize.
And now it's my turn to ask you, what exactly do you want, Calvin?
Dee Dee, I have to ask you a question, and it's very important. Did Troy ever mention a friend of his to you by the name of Skipper?
Of course. Skipper's a friend of both of ours. He's been a friend for years. Troy used to hang around his garage. He has an auto parts place when we were kids. And we would come and visit our aunt and uncle in Monticello. Why?
What's Skipper's last name?
Parsons. They call him Skipper because he worked in a shipyard for 20 years.
20 years? Then he's an older guy.
Yes. Now, why the questions?
Well, Damien and I went to see Eddie Lorimer, see if he could tell us something that would help us find Troy.
And?
Well, Troy had been there. He probably went to see Eddie right after the shooting.
Go on.
Well, Eddie says he gave Troy some money, some getaway money.
Oh, and of course you believed Eddie Lorimer, even though he happens to be a crook and a liar.
Dee Dee, he said that Troy was going to use the money to buy a car from a friend of his named Skipper so he could get out of town.
Oh, so that's why it was so urgent that you see me tonight? Because you wanted to pump me for information about my brother?
Dee Dee, don't make it sound like I tricked you.
No, Calvin, you used me. And now I suppose you're going to catch up with Skipper and give him the 3rd degree.
Don't make it sound like that. I'm just trying to... Wait a minute. I thought you agreed with me that it would be best for Troy if I was the one who picked him up.
Right now, I think it best that I leave.
Dee Dee, now just wait a minute.
Oh, no. This is all you're going to get out of me tonight, officer.
Somebody's in a very good mood.
You bet. I'm feeling great tonight, baby. The poor old Spencer, he's sick.
He is?
Mm-hmm. He got foot and mouth disease.
What are you talking about?
Well, I heard tonight that Spencer pulled a very dumb trick, and I figured he would sooner or later.
What did he do?
He made a deal with Raven Alexander for that key that Mr. Whitney wanted so badly. He actually said that she could have half of what was in that safe deposit box.
You mean they know what was in it?
Well, really wasn't much in it. Just some old diary that Jeff Brown was keeping. According to Spencer, that didn't really mean much to Mr. Whitney anyway.
So why is he so upset?
Because stupid Spencer gave it to Raven. He actually handed it over to her. I'm telling you, I knew that he had a soft spot in his heart for that woman.
If you ask me, it's a tempest in a teapot.
Oh, yeah? Well, you don't know Mr. Whitney very well, do you? He doesn't like anybody to take advantage of him, even if it's only for a nickel. I'm telling you, he's going to get that diary back from that lady.
Oh, so that's what it's all about.
What's what all about?
He doesn't want that diary. It's an excuse to get Raven back.
Where did you get an idea like that?
I knew I was right about this all along. He's got a crush on her, but he can't admit it because of the way he behaved.
Nora, have you been taking funny pills again?
You take my word for it. She's going to be mistress of this house again.
And you'd like that, wouldn't you? Then you could be her private secretary again.
Oh, why not? It'd be good for both of us.
I like things fine just the way they are.
Things change, Gunther. One of these days, Mr. Whitney's going to want to marry. How would you like a little simp like Valerie Bryson lording it over you?
Well, listen, baby. I don't want any woman lording it over me, and that includes you.
You wait and see, Gunther. Raven's coming back. Soon.
What are you doing here?
It's all right, Miss Alexander. I'm here to help you.
Help? What do you mean help?
I brought you a doctor. He's going to help you with your sleeping problem.
I don't have a sleeping problem. I was sound asleep until you walked in here. What are you gonna do
It's hard to believe, but Judy Brown has lived 33 years, 32, and never once tasted Spam. So this is a first. Will she like Spam's delicious flavor? Will she like Spam's convenience? Will she like Spam's versatility? This casserole is just one of the tasty dishes you can make with Spam. Ah, I see we're ready.
Spam? Where have you been all my life?
It seems she likes Spam.
I like it. I love it.
She loves it.
I really love it.
There you have it.
It's good. Have you
Spam. It's love at first bite.
My troop, 8 little individuals with different talents and tastes, so it's not easy to please them all. But I found a way. What kind of candy would you like? Good. I've got that.
With Hershey's Miniatures, you get lots of individual candy bars for lots of individuals. Hershey's Miniatures, 4 different chocolate tastes, all in one bag.
Hi, Mom. What kind of candy did you get?
What kind would you like?
Raspberry.
Good. I've got that.
What did you find out, Ed?
Not a darn thing. Stopped everyone in medieval costume I could find, some others as well.
No one knew anything?
It's the best kept secret in Raleigh Castle, the room numbers of the guests.
This is ridiculous.
I knew it was true of hotels, I didn't think it was true of castles.
I could just kick myself for not asking Jody where they put her.
If I could think of somebody else to ask, I would do it.
You know, I feel like going around and knocking on every single door in this castle until we find you.
Sure, 60 bedrooms. You wouldn't make very many friends.
Mitzi, it's this way. I remember the suit of armor. Oh, well, Miles McCall, I thought you two would be asleep by now.
Well, we were on our way, but we learned something that kind of gave us insomnia.
About Jody?
Yes, it is about Jody. Mr. Ronaldo just told us that she was ill, and there's a good chance we won't see her in the morning. Miles, do you think he was lying?
I don't know. It's difficult to know whom to trust around here.
Certainly is. Boy, Mitzi and I don't have the faintest idea what's going on.
All we do know is that Gavin was worried sick about Jody. We thought it was because she'd been kidnapped.
Oh, no, Mitzi. It's much more complicated than that.
Yeah, listen, I think you two deserve to know a little bit more than you do after all the trouble you've gone
But you have to promise not to tell anyone, especially not anyone here.
We promise.
It has to do with Jody's background, her ancestry. It seems it's been traced back all the way to someone very important in Eden's history. It's a woman named Marie Bonaventure who's a kind of national heroine.
Miles, we know that story. Gavin and Jody told us that. I saw the portrait at your house.
Listen, do you also know about the prophecy? See, there is this prophecy that says a descendant of Marie Bonaventure will appear, and when she does, there'll be a kind of a revolution in Eden, and the corrupt government will fall.
Wow. Mitzi, a revolution.
Yes, a revolution. Now do you understand why we are so concerned about Jody?
Boy, I should think everyone here would be worried about Jody.
That's exactly the point, Mitzi. That's why we're so concerned about it.
Oh, this is serious. Look, we gotta make sure that Jody's okay.
Well, that's exactly what we've been trying to do for the last hour.
They've been making it darn near impossible. We don't know her room number. Nobody else seems to know it either.
Maybe they don't want us to know.
Look, Cliff, we gotta do something.
If you got any ideas, Cliff, we'd be glad to listen.
Yeah, well, maybe we can help.
How?
Or staff, right? It was the staff who chose the room numbers, right?
It's brilliant.
Cliff, listen, if you really think you can help.
Cliff, if you do what you can, we'll wait right here.
All right. Mitz, let's go.
He is so masterful.
You first.
The assault. These are the enemies of the adult mouth. And here is what they leave behind. The food, the film, the bacteria that can cause adult bad breath and cavities. And this is the adult strength toothpaste tough enough to clean up the adult mouth. Gleam. Gleam works 3 ways. First, Gleam helps strip away food and film with an exclusive cleaning formula. Then Gleam fights mouth odors with 7 breath protectors, and Gleam helps protect against cavities with proven fluoride protection. So eat and drink like an adult, but protect your mouth with Gleam, the adult strength defense that fights the enemies of your mouth.
If all we had to clean was one little spot of greasy dirt, most cleaners full strength would do. But greasy dirt gets everywhere, so I clean by the bucket with Top Job.
Well, now there's something better.
Are you kidding? I've tried ammonia and the leading pines, but when you clean by the bucket like I do, Top Job cleans the toughest greasy dirt better.
Now there's something better. New Top Job.
What's new?
How much better it dissolves greasy dirt, even mixed with water. New Top Job breaks up greasy dirt faster, and faster means New Top Job cleans better. So now, when you clean the toughest greasy dirt by the bucket...
Switch from pines or ammonia to new Top Job. Now its cleaning power holds up even better underwater.
Where?
The guy with the clipboard. I know that's the guy who handed out the room assignments.
Okay. No, I'm gonna go ask him where Jody is.
You can't do that. He's not gonna tell just anybody.
Yeah, right. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to beat it out of him.
Cliff, he is twice your size.
No, he's not. He's only 1.5 times my size.
Well, Cliff, you might kill him, and then you'll get arrested.
Yeah, right. Well, look, we better use psychology. Come here, I got an idea. Ready? Okay. Break a leg.
Hi, Guy.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you could tell me where my room is.
What's the matter, sweet cakes? Didn't they tell you at the briefing?
Well, yeah, maybe they did, but I was too busy learning how to say pretty and gadzooks and stuff
All right,
like
okay,
that.
hold on. What's your name?
Jody Travis.
Jody Travis. Hey, if your name's Jody Travis, how come it says Mitzi on your tag, huh? Hey, what are you trying to pull here?
Well, maybe I
all
got
the
the
help
wrong-
is supposed to be
Maybe I
downstairs,
got the wrong
you know?
uniform or something, you know?
Stand in the river! I am the masked avenger of Raleigh Castle. Your clipboard or your life. Give me that clipboard back, buddy, or I'm going to give you a third eye. You understand? Look, I just want to check a name on it, all right?
Give it back his clipboard!
Hey, good move, Mitt. So, you want to fight, huh? No. No, look, I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. All right. Hey, look, I want to hurt you now. Look, we should talk about this. I give you the name of my lawyer. Yeah, huh? Come on, you like him. He's a really nice guy. Aha! Now the sides are even. Yeah. Aha! This never happened to Earl Flynn. Right. Look, hey, wait a minute. I want you to know, before you do anything, these hands are registered as lethal weapons. Hi-ya! Conjugata tempora! Take it easy. Take it easy.
You animal!
Wait, that's really good. Come on, let's go. Put it out!
Follow me, you are!
Nance, come on! Let's get out of here!
Animal!
never measured it.
Oh, I can't see anything.
Just stay close to me. Now let's see. Is it that way or this way?
No question about it. She must have pushed out a few of these blocks.
It's impossible. She's not strong enough.
Yeah. I guess you're right. She must have gotten help from the other side.
Well, we must find her before she hurts herself.
You mean before she gets lost?
No. It is impossible for her to find her way upstairs. But we must find her. Come on.
Experience it. New Carnation Trail Mix bars. Experience the chewiness.
Real pieces of fruit.
Experience the crunchiness.
Lots of granola and nuts.
New Carnation Trail Mix bars. The chewy, crunchy experience. Because Carnation combine the crunch of granola and nuts with the chewiness of real fruit pieces.
Mmm, they're so moist.
100% natural in 4 varieties. New Carnation Trail Mix bars.
Experience it.
Smells like someone's baking bread.
Oh, it's coming, yeah, yeah. There's a new loaf coming, yeah, yeah. And it's gonna rise in your oven. Yeah, yeah. It's new from Pillsbury, and it's called Piping Hot Bread. Fresh on your table, Piping Hot Loaf, melting that butter. Piping Hot Loaf from Pill.
New Piping Hot Loaf in the dairy case.
Pillsbury.
A prince and the lady who captured his hearts.
Is it true that you're in love with Prince Charles?
I knew your legs were good, but I didn't realize they were that spectacular.
A special ABC movie premiere, Charles and Diana, a royal love story at 9, 8 Central and Mountain tonight.
Oh, come on. This is pointless. I don't think Cliff and Mitzi can find anything out, not at this hour.
Well, let's wait just a little while longer, okay?
Oh, look, you're exhausted. Come on, let's go.
You're right. There is nothing I would like better than a giant feather bed.
Well, then, come on. We'll find out what we can in the morning.
Oh.
Miles, we couldn't find out anything.
That's all right, Cliff. We didn't think you would.
Well, we got close, though.
So what do we should you might call a close shave?
Well, thank you so much for trying, but as Miles said, we'll find out what we can in the morning.
Right. We'll see you both then. Thanks a lot.
Good night.
Night. Oh.
Well, we better get some sleep, too. We want us up at 6:30 tomorrow to serve breakfast.
Cliff, what's your room number?
Oh, it's 17. What's yours?
I don't remember.
Here it is.
What is it?
It's some kind of pipe. Old sewer pipe, maybe. Leads straight to the outside.
You mean this is how you get in and out of here?
That's right. I just climbed down this old pipe. Doesn't take me too long. 5 or 10 minutes.
Whoa. That smells awful.
I guess I never noticed such things. But I'm used to it. Even the rats don't bother me anymore.
Rats? Rats? Oh, I can't go down there.
I thought you said you wanted to get out of this place. Oh, my gosh. Somebody's coming. I better get out of here. You come in or ain't you?
Down towards the dungeon.
No, I can't.
Well, lots of luck, princess. See you in Monte Cristo.
Good evening, Miss Travis. I'm sorry you dislike your accommodation so much. Did you leave?
The letter, Mr. Ronaldo.
Oh, yes. Travis, you remember I mentioned writing a letter earlier? It'll be to your family. I brought the pen and paper. You will sit down now and write in why you are leaving.
I told you. No, I am not writing any letters.
I think you better, Miss Travis. As you can see, this is the perfect place to convince you, isn't it?
It's here, the better tolerated aspirin, new improved Bayer aspirin with the patented micro-thin coating. It's better tolerated than regular aspirin. Here's why. Regular aspirin can be chalky, hard to swallow, but coated Bayer goes right down with no bitter taste in the throat, no burning, and Bayer is as fast and effective as ever. It's here, improved Bayer with the patented micro-thin coating, new improved Bayer. There's never been an aspirin like it, ever.
We're gonna get us some kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. We're gonna get us some kibbles and bits.
It's the bit that makes it better. Quite a bit better than dry alone.
Kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. We're gonna get us some kibbles and bits.
We start with a great-tasting, crunchy kibble, but we don't stop there. Look, we add a generous portion of tender ground beef-style bits, and that's the bit that makes it better. Quite a bit better than dry alone.
Kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. We're gonna get us more kibbles and bits.
Quite a bit better.
This is David Hartman. Next week, Brooke Shields and Lou Rawls, our week-long series, Drunk Driving, a Dead End for Teenagers on Good Morning America.
Tonight, Miss Piggy sings and dances, dazzles, and romances Hollywood's heartthrobs in her first variety special, The Fantastic Miss Piggy Show. Tomorrow, ABC News brings you coverage of the funeral of Princess Grace of Monaco at 3 Central Time. Sunday, a night of stars, excitement, and spectacular entertainment. John Forsythe and Marlo Thomas host the Emmy Awards.
All My Children.
Are you and Greg engaged? Well, practically. I mean, it's not official yet, but we're pretty heavy, if you know what I mean.
All My Children.
If you can see only one show, make it the one show you'll remember the rest of your life. 42nd Street. Call Telecharge 246-0730. Some seats available this week.
This is Stormfield. Coming up for you on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, police find a house full of animals on Long Island. The animals had been roaming the house for several months. We'll have a complete report, and we'll have this story.
This is David Robb, and tonight he's going to portray one of the most romantic roles ever written for an actor. I'm Maxine Black. I'll have a report.
Also, I'll be reporting on an increasingly popular kind of cosmetic surgery. You may be surprised to learn what it is. We'll have that and more when you join us at 5.
Oh, summer's so terrific, it's got something more. Time to play, get away, something more. And we've got the richest, smoothest treat you'll ever pour.
Breads are separate. Uncle Ben steams away starch to help keep your eyes from getting sticky.
Makes a difference.
My compliments, ma'am. No more sticky problems, eh?
Thanks to Uncle Ben.
Only the best will do, say Uncle Ben's.
So you think you got troubles, 10:30 tomorrow morning.